Hey nerds, and welcome to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Theories and Conspiracies. I'm Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd. So before we get into this week, real quick correction on last week, and I want to thank Doug Lim for pointing this out. I said that Hellfire got his Hellfire chain from his father. It was actually passed down, not from his father, although it doesn't look like we're seeing that character anyways, which is unfortunate, but I just wanted to point it out and say thank you to Doug for the correction. So jumping into this week, we finally got to see the Secret Warriors, a really great sequence where they rescue the team and get out of there with Malik. We had Lucio was killed. He's the character that for a while I was guessing or hoping was going to be a version of Gorgon. And he got killed, so he can't be the Gorgon, right? Well, hang on. In the Gorgon, when he was first just coming into his own and was decided to join up with the Hand, he, in order to prove his loyalty, he killed himself, fell on his sword in front of the leaders of the Hand and just said, I'm this committed to you, so resurrect me. And they did. They brought him back to life. So, in the comics, Gorgon does have a history of coming back from the dead. Again, it's kind of a stretch. It's just that the use of his powers, they're probably not going to bring him back from the dead. Being that his body is at the base and the hive isn't there to actually bring him back. We know he's got some spores in there, but there's nothing that they've suggested in the show to indicate that anyone who has the spores in them can always come back from the dead as long as the spores are still in them. So it's unfortunate, but that is the case. Now, Daisy, if spoilers if you didn't see the episode for this, but Daisy is the big traitor. By traitor, I mean she was brainwashed by Squidward and by Hive. And yeah, I mean, we got to see her use her powers in a very big way that she hasn't done before. She really unleashed them in the base. The question is, what does this mean? Is it possible that it's her who dies up in the Quinjet in space? Is she coming back? The showrunners have teased that someone significant is going to die by the end of the season, most likely in the 4th episode. So, is that the only way to come back? Will they save her? Will we finally kill off Hive Ward? And is that how people will be released from his control? It's hard to say. I honestly don't think she's going to die. I don't think she will be the one to die because I see her leading the team. I see it more likely that May or Coulson will be the ones to die. But Coulson is, again, so integral to the show that I just can't see it being him. So it's possible that May will die because Skye really is kind of stepping in and replacing her in that kind of second-in-command role. Mind you, she has to be released from the brainwashing, but this is kind of where I see it going. So I do think it's possible that May is the one to be killed off at the end of this season, which is unfortunate because I'm a big fan of Ming-Na. So more guesses there. Who do you think they're going to kill off? Because I would love to know what your theories on that. Now, finally, and this is kind of the big question that was left for us at the end of the episode, beyond what's the fate of everyone in the collapsed base, but Daisy, before she leaves, she steals some Terrigen crystals and that ball. Now, there's a couple theories that people have for what Hive will want with this stuff and what that ball actually is. Personally, I think the ball is some sort of codec or containment unit that, because it's related to the Inhuman experiments that created the Inhumans, the Kree experiments. And it's possible that Hive was contained in there, but also a lot of the experiment data from when the Kree were conducting their experiments. So while I don't think that in itself is a Terrigen bomb, I think it is very possible that in combination with the crystals are something that Hive might be attempting to do. He might be attempting to unleash a Terrigen bomb to create more Inhumans, because Hive mind controls Inhumans. He's going to want as many as possible because then he's as powerful as possible. So that is that's kind of the big theory that people have going on. I don't know that they would actually let that happen in the show because they've already got the fish oil thing, and I think that would be such a major impact to the Marvel Cinematic Universe that it would be something that would have to get addressed in the films, and I don't think they're going to do that. The other option is that with this stuff, Hive will be able to control Terrigenesis and actually do controlled inhuman transformations. So he can say, give someone specific abilities and not let it be random, as Lincoln put it, to be a natural, the Terrigenesis fills a hole or fills a need. Hive will actually do this and control it, which in my mind will drive Lash crazy because now there's Inhumans that are being created that serve no purpose to the greater natural balance. So what do you guys think? Are you excited for these next 4 episodes, these Fallen Agent as they're subtitling them? Let me know down below what you think about Daisy and who we think is dying at the end of the season. And what do you think they're going to make with the crystals and the sphere? So until next week, this has been Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd, and this has been Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Theories and Conspiracies.